Laura Freestone here again, and question today is about how to get rid of overwhelm without losing focus on all the things. So today I had a couple of meetings back to back, and at these different meetings these were like creative meetings, getting to know people and what they do and how we can work together. And I'm a very creative thinker, and so my mind was just going like 100 miles an hour, like putting all these things together and trying to like figure out how everything works, and like coming up with all these different ideas about how to do all these different things, and just super duper excited about the prospect and possibilities. Hi, Mike. Long time no see. And so I was getting over, like by the end of my second meeting, so let's see, how long was that? About 2.5 hours worth of meeting. Like my mind was like overwhelmed with all the things, all the ideas, all the opportunities that have presented themselves today. And so one thing that I have not done yet that I will do, I did some, is write them down. Part of the overwhelm that we get when what happens is that we forgetting, like, oh man, there was this one idea, I can't remember what it was, oh goodness, where is it? Writing it down is one thing that I feel like will help me when I go back to taking care of that. So not just literally like taking note of the idea or the thing, but at some point I will also be journaling through so that new revelations can come of how to connect things together. And that's really what I want to talk about, because when you have a whole lot of ideas, when you're super creative, or like you've just been bombarded with a whole lot of information that's so good that you want to just jump on all of it, like it's super important to like realize, okay, what is it that I can do with this? So one of the things that I was thinking about is focusing on the process versus the tasks. So like as a goal-oriented person too, right? It's like all about, I want to do this and this and this and that and this and that, and those are the tasks. But if I create process to accomplish the tasks and to like incorporate them as I go, then I won't have to worry about losing sight of what am I going to do and how am I going to get this done, because trusting in the heart and mind that things will come as they need to come, and the process will open itself to all the things lining up if they're the right thing to do, because sometimes we think all the things are the right thing to do. Which leads me to a quote that I heard just yesterday, and I'm still chewing on this, right? So Ivan Mizner, I'm not sure if it's Mizner or Mizner, he said, do 6 things 1,000 times. Do 6 things 1,000 times. And he's basically saying that's how you can be effective. So that consistency, that process of doing that thing, like you become better and better, and you figure out in the process, okay, what needs to be added to this? Something's missing. And so if you have things written down, or if you have logged, or however you do that thing, then you can grab those things and figure out how to refine the process, but you're still doing a limited number of things. So you're limiting the number of things, first of all, because there could be 150, even 20 things. And, he just picked 6 as an arbitrary number and 1,000 as an arbitrary number as well. But the principle is that you stay consistent and you stay focused on those things. Just last night, I was talking to one of our 16-year-olds. We have 2 16-year-olds, and in about 2 weeks, we'll have 3 16-year-olds. I was talking to one of our 16-year-olds, and she was talking about her job. She works at a restaurant, and she was talking about how she wants to quit because this manager is doing this, and nobody likes the manager, and but she also recognized at the same time that she was a valuable employee to this business, right? And so I said, what if you decided to put in 1,000 hours and just see over time. Because we talked about, like, this girl, she has leadership qualities out the wazoo. She got them mostly from her father. But people are just drawn to her. Like, she just has this gift of, like, being a leader and working with people and making people feel good and, like, you know, just making things happen. And so I said, what if you gave it 1,000 hours of your time? You think you could be a manager? There's another one there who's, hi, Via! There's another girl there at her job who is a manager. She's 17. My daughter's 16, right? I'm like, if you gave it 1,000 hours, could you become a manager? You know, what would that do for you? Because, you know, her big motive is money. Like, she likes money and she likes people. And so it's a job. So it gives her money and there's people. But when she doesn't like a person, or if there's some issue with the people, that's when she starts to get overwhelmed, right? And so I said, what if you just focus on that? So for one, it would help her take her mind off of, I'm focusing on this one manager who's always in my ear or always in everybody else's ear about, you know, all the little things and making them upset. Who knows? And maybe after 1,000 hours, the manager could be gone. You know what I mean? So just the idea of getting rid of the overwhelm of the situation by making a commitment to what you are willing to do and a process. You know, and part of our process, you know, I picked up my daughter we didn't leave until like 11 o'clock p.m. last night. So this is a school night. And I said, oh, no. That's not going to work. You can't do this on weekdays. And so refining that process. Okay, if you're going to put in 1,000 hours, those 1,000 hours are going to go past 10 o'clock. You know, like what are those boundaries that you need to put around your process so that you can make it that 1,000 hours? Because mom's going to walk up in there and be like, my daughter can't work anymore if you're going to keep having her work past 10 o'clock. So this is just something that I was thinking as I was like trying to like simmer down after having these meetings just bombarding me full of all these creative juices and like all these super wonderful like ideas about how to work with people and their businesses and my business and all these things. And it was just like, calm it down, focus on one thing or pick the things and create a process out of them so that other things just kind of melt away and things come in as they need to. And the other thing that I was thinking about too is delegation. So, in talking about a morning routine, so at one point in time, I had this morning routine. It was great. It was going well. I had like 3 or 4 things that I was doing. And then I was like, oh, I want to start working out. And I found this 15-minute workout and I was like, this is amazing. I'm going to add that into my morning routine. So I added that. And then I was like, oh, this will be good too. I'm going to add that into my morning routine. And so I added that too. And then before you know it, hi, Janaea. Before you know it, I was trying to do like 10 things in my morning routine. And I still had the same amount of time, but I was trying to incorporate too much and it was overwhelming me. And I thought, oh my goodness, if I keep doing this, I'm not going to go that 1,000 hours, right? I'm not going to keep going. I'm not going to keep a habit. So I had to refine that process so that I could maintain my focus and then be able to see what unfolded. And I think that's the beauty of listening. Hey, girl. Especially listening to God speak to you, right? Like, God is not an author of confusion. So he is not going to tell you to do 1,000 things at one time because that's just overwhelm and confusion, right? But when we simplify and we are focused, that's when we get little inspirations into our mind to tell us the next step or to open our mind to what we're already looking at and see it in a different way. So, this is helping me just talking it out. So thank y'all for just sitting here listening because I was getting super duper excited about all the things that were possible. But I know that I am in a certain season of my life right now. And I did a video about this yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. Anyway. And I'm in a certain season of my life. But I've noticed that in other seasons of my life, God gave me things that I needed for the future, but I thought they were for right then. So I was like trying to do all the things right then, and I lost focus. And then I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just spinning my wheels and not getting anything done. But like back to what Dr. Ivan said, if you find 6 things, again, that's an arbitrary number, but find 6 things and do them each 1,000 times, how much more focus can you get out of your life? How much more direction and productivity and whatever else it is. Like after 1,000 hours, you become a master at something, right? And especially if it's the thing that God wants you to do, like he is going to, okay, I'm just going to say, he's going to anoint that thing, right? He's going to bless that thing so that you can keep going another 1,000 hours and another 1,000 hours or wherever he needs you to go with that. So I just felt like, I know there's something here. I know there's a reason why God put me in these meetings, right, with these people in this whole situation, because guess what? It was part of what I needed to learn for myself. Janaea, you missed the beginning. Oh my goodness. High five, high five, high five. Yes, don't you love that? That's another thing that happens when you're focused and you're doing the, like, God will confirm over and over and over and over. He won't stop confirming to you like that you're on the right track. And then he will speak to you and tell you the next little piece. He will give you the next little tweak of refinement as to what needs to happen next. Okay, got one of the kids coming home. Hi, Nathan. Anyway, so with that, it's about time for me to go. But I just wanted to share that today. I just kept pondering, like, I didn't know what to share. And then I'm like, just share what's on my mind, share what's on my heart. And that there it is. And as of right now, I need to deal with that one. So thank you for listening. Share your comments below about what you do, like when you feel the overwhelm, and how you get back on track, or how you are able to focus, or name one of 6 things that you feel like you could do in your life 1,000 times. That would help you with all that. So with that, I will sign out and say goodbye. Thank you for watching, Fia, Mike, Janaea, and whoever else is there that I can't see. Love ya.